Good afternoon and welcome. Welcome to Cal Poly's Spring Commencement Ceremony. My name is Keith Humphrey. I am Vice President for Student Affairs, and it is my absolute privilege to preside over today's ceremony. Commencement is a day that brings me great joy. We are together this afternoon to celebrate the achievements of our students, and we are proud of what each of you has accomplished at Cal Poly. Yeah, that's worth applause. It is my pleasure to present Cal Poly's Wind Orchestra, led by conductor Andy McMahon. Soloist Alexis Rubel from the College of Liberal Arts will be singing our national anthem. ROTC cadets from Cal Poly's Military Science Department, led by Cadet Battalion Heather McBurney, under the direction of Lieutenant Colonel Josh Gillen, will post the colors. Please rise and remain standing if you are able. And gentlemen, please remove your caps until the color guard has left the field. Please post the colors. Please be seated. We have so many reasons to be proud this weekend. As a university, we are conferring more than 4,200 degrees upon deserving scholars. Each of our students has worked very hard, extremely hard, and encouraging them at each and every step of the way have been our very talented and dedicated faculty and staff. Let's hear it for our faculty and staff, students. Also with us today are the many parents, brothers, sisters, grandparents, spouses, partners, family members, and friends who had to put up with you when you were in elementary school and acted like you knew everything. Well, she read my script. Today is your day. You can celebrate because as a Cal Poly graduate, you do indeed know everything. As for tomorrow, let's just say there's a lot more learned by doing to be done. Graduates, from wow to now, we have all invested a great deal in your success. You are expected to enter the world poised to make a difference in your professions and through service to your communities. During your time in San Luis Obispo, you have improved this community, and we are confident the contributions you will make will improve the world around you. A few of you have prepared to serve in the most unselfish way of all. This weekend, we are graduating 9 students who will be commissioned as second lieutenants in the United States Army. We cannot thank you enough for your willingness to serve our country. We are indebted to all who have served in our military, and I ask that all active duty servicemen and women and veterans in our audience today please stand or wave your hand and be recognized for your service to our country. Following traditions begun in the great universities of medieval times, we are assembled to welcome these graduates into the company of educated individuals. It is a time when we can all share in their pride and look with them towards the future. Joining me on the stage here are members of the President's Party, led by our own president, Dr. Jeffrey D. Armstrong. Honorees, special guests, and individuals invited to address the graduates will be introduced later in the program. Additional members of the President's Party with us today are Kelsey Brewer, Student Trustee, Dr. Douglas Epperson, Dean of the College of Liberal Arts, Dawn Theodora, University Legal Counsel, and Dr. Andrew Schaffner, Grand Marshal. Now it is my extreme pleasure to introduce to you Cal Poly's Student Body President, Joy Sullivan. Yeah, she deserves that. One of the best parts of my role on campus is I get to work closely with our student leaders, and no one more so than our Student Body President. As your president, Joy has brought thoughtful and purposeful leadership and advocacy on behalf of all students to many difficult conversations. And she did it all with that trademark smile that lights up the room. There it is. I want to thank you, Joy, on behalf of the entire campus for your service. Along the way, you have taught all of us many things, even if that wasn't your goal. We are grateful for you. Graduates, please join me in welcoming, for the last time, you as your president, Joy Sullivan.
Good afternoon to the friends, supporters, and family members who are with us today, and to the class of 2015, congratulations. I consider it an honor to be here with you today to celebrate this momentous achievement, but I find it a little funny that I get to speak at an occasion such as this. It's as if I'm supposed to have some life-changing, Dumbledore-esque wisdom to impart upon you all, despite the fact that we are generally the same age. However, there is one lesson that I have learned during my Cal Poly journey that I would like to pass on before you depart from this great university, and that is the value of failure. Think about the fact that during your time here, Cal Poly has been teaching you how to fail, at least according to society's definition of it. You see, we all define failure in slightly different ways. For some, failure is getting a C on a test, while for others, you were just happy to have answered all of the questions. Society says failure is anything short of immediate, unhindered perfection. But that is the beautiful part about failure. It isn't about how society defines it. Failure is about how you define it. and more importantly, about how you move forward from its paralyzing grasp. Regardless of how you define it, you will experience failure at some point in your life. But Cal Poly has not left you unprepared to meet this challenge. I believe that within the motto of learn by doing lies the implicit pedagogy of learn by failing. If you're anything like me, when you think back to the many learn by doing experiences that you have had, you will remember learning about how things are supposed to work from listening to your professors during lecture, and then learning about how things can go incredibly wrong by actually trying them yourself. And that's okay, because we learn far more from our failures than we ever will our successes. Your diploma, the one you will get today, signifies much more than a specialized knowledge in a given field. It illustrates your experience with the defeat of failure and your capacity to overcome. It is Cal Poly's desire for all of its students to be lifelong learners. And to accomplish this goal, we must be lifelong failers, not failures, for we must never be complacent when we fall short of our goals, but failers, individuals who unabashedly strive to achieve that which is yet to be achieved, ignoring the reality that we may fall short a time or two. So, to the class of 2015, may you encounter failure in everything that you do, and may it never extinguish your willingness to overcome the inevitable obstacles that will hinder your path as you strive to achieve the unimaginable. Congratulations.
Thank you, Joy. Now, please welcome Dr. Gary Laver, the chair of Cal Poly's Academic Senate, who will speak to you on behalf of our outstanding faculty. Dr. Laver.
Good afternoon, everyone. No doubt there have been and will be many other joyous events in your lives, but what a special occasion this is. Particularly so because of the unique mixture of family, friends, and faculty and staff mentors, all of whom gather to celebrate not just hard work and accomplishment, but accomplishment in the pursuit of an education. Graduates, you have all worked hard, very hard, and I want to extend to you the respect and praise you deserve. But there are other thoughts I'd like to share with you, matters a bit more sober. Forgive me for using that word. Later in this ceremony, graduates, President Armstrong will refer to responsibilities associated with the degrees conferred upon you today. With this special audience as witness, I'd like to elaborate on that idea by giving you a charge. My charge is that from this point forward, you lead a life committed to the responsibility of giving back to others. And I would suggest you target your efforts in three important ways. First, I would urge you to give back to the family and friends who supported you through your years as a student. The effort you have put in inevitably came with the support of people who were rooting for you, who had your back emotionally and materially. By all means, show them your appreciation. Let them know how grateful you are always. Next, I would urge you to give back to Cal Poly. You are the privileged recipients of a top-drawer education. To receive a Cal Poly education is to go forward in life with an expanded mind and a remarkable skill set. These are not only the result of your hard work, but also of the hard work and dedication of Cal Poly's faculty. Whenever you're ready, and in whatever manner is appropriate for you, it is important that you give back to the institution that has given you such a strong foundation. And in doing so, you'll also pay forward to those who will follow in your footsteps. Finally, and perhaps most critically, I charge you all with giving back to the world. As you are no doubt aware, humanity is in a precarious state. We soil our own nest, we mistreat one another, we squander or hoard resources that could easily be used to support one another. But you graduates, are just what the world has been waiting for. Your education has placed you among the most understanding, most skilled, most prepared group of people imaginable to go forth and deal with the world's technical and humanitarian problems. Earlier, I acknowledged the hard work all of you have put in, and I'll do so again now. But if you think the hard work is over, think again. Along with the privilege of a Cal Poly education comes the charge of using that education benevolently, of putting it to proper use in the improvement of the human condition. Your responsibility as stewards of the planet begins today. Your role as your brother's keeper, as your sister's keeper, begins today. I congratulate you on what you have accomplished and wish you luck in using that accomplishment toward honorable purposes. All the best.
Thank you, Dr. Laver. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the president of Cal Poly, Dr. Jeffrey D. Armstrong.
Hello, graduates, and congratulations. Every year at these ceremonies, the president of Cal Poly has the privilege and honor of recognizing various individuals and groups for their contributions to Cal Poly. Cal Poly's faculty is central to our educational mission. These individuals serve with outstanding qualifications and a deep dedication to excellence in teaching, research, and service. This year, the Distinguished Teaching Award Committee and the Distinguished Scholarship Award Committee of the Academic Senate selected 6 recipients to be recognized for their exceptional ability as educators. The Cal Poly Alumni Association, representing over 175,000 alumni nationwide and around the world, joins the Academic Senate in recognizing these distinguished teachers and celebrating the key role our faculty members play in preparing students for success in life. We have 4 individuals to be recognized during this ceremony. I would ask each of them to please come forward, all 4 at one time now, please. Just line up and step forward when I talk about it, okay? First, I'd like to recognize one of the recipients of the Distinguished Teaching Award, and the recipient is Todd Grunmeyer, Professor of Mathematics in the College of Science and Mathematics. Congratulations, Todd. We have 3 individuals who are recipients of the Distinguished Scholarship Award. First is Lars Tomanek, Professor of Biological Sciences in the College of Science and Mathematics. Next we have Philip Costanzo, Professor in Chemistry and Biochemistry in the College of Science and Mathematics. And then we're pleased to honor Wyatt Brown, Professor of Horticulture in Crop Science in the College of Agriculture, Food, and Environmental Sciences. Please join me once again in recognizing these individuals, and they were recognized earlier in the departmental ceremonies. Thank you again for your outstanding work with these wonderful students. It is now my honor to confer an honorary degree on behalf of Cal Poly and the California State University. I would like to invite Phyllis Madonna to step forward to receive the Honorary Doctorate of Humane Letters. Phyllis Madonna is an extraordinary woman, passionate about education, art, and community. No doubt you have gathered this from your program. You might have read about her loyalty and love of many local organizations and events, many of which are successful and thriving due to her support. Just to list a few: the San Luis Obispo Symphony, San Luis Obispo's Festival Mosaic and I Madonnarie, the San Luis Obispo International Film Festival, and probably most noteworthy, the San Luis Obispo Women's Shelter. I know all of you that are local and who travel also recognize the Madonna Inn, as it is known all over the state of California and the United States. Miss Madonna has several reasons to be Cal Poly proud. She is the mother of 4 proud Cal Poly alumni and enjoys each day living in San Luis Obispo and visiting this famous Madonna Inn to mingle with guests, family, and friends. As an entrepreneur, civic leader, and local icon, Phyllis Madonna is a role model to our students and the greater San Luis Obispo community. The success of a university is due to a supportive community of passionate citizens. Phyllis Madonna is among the finest of them all. We recognize Miss Madonna for her generosity and support of Cal Poly and the local community. She is largely responsible for bringing our community together in meaningful ways and has been recognized as San Luis Obispo's Woman of the Year and the Chamber Citizen of the Year. Phyllis Madonna, one more round of applause, please. So now to the really serious part. Phyllis Madonna, on the recommendation of the faculty of the California Polytechnic State University and by the authority vested in me by the trustees of the California State University, I am proud to confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters with all attendant rights, responsibilities, and distinctions. Congratulations.
At one time this afternoon, I thought I would stand up there, but I don't think any of you could hear me. So I have a little list here. Actually, I've been pretty nervous about doing this today. Thank you so much. That gives me a little confidence. Well, I am wanting to say that I'm sharing this day with my grandson, Sterling Twisselman. Ah, there you are. Ah, I've been looking for you. Wonderful. And then at home earlier this week, I came across an Irish poem that has always meant so much to me. I would like to share these words of advice to all of you graduates. I know you must be so excited, and I'm excited for you. My advice is take time to work. It is the price of success. take time to play. It is the secret of perpetual youth. Take time to read. It is the way to knowledge. And actually, take time to be friendly. It is the road to happiness. True. Take time to laugh. It is the music of the soul. And take time to love and be loved.
Thank you so much, Dr. Madonna, for those wise words for our students. Now, please welcome Cal Poly's acting provost, but some of you know him better as the Dean of the College of Science and Mathematics, Dr. Philip Bailey.
Well, thank you, and good afternoon, everybody. We have come to a really special time. It's the time to confer degrees. Are you ready? President Armstrong, our faculty is certified that the candidates before you have met the requirements for degrees in their respective disciplines and have earned all the rights and privileges that accompany this achievement. The faculty, let's start with master's degrees. The faculty and college deans have recommended that master's degree candidates who have achieved high grade point average should graduate with distinction. So could I ask those master's degree candidates that are graduating with distinction to stand or wave your hand so we can recognize you? Thank you. Now let's look at honors for bachelor's degrees. Graduates with grade point averages from 3.5 to 3.7 are designated cum laude. Graduates with this honor, please stand or wave your hand to be recognized. Thank you. Graduates with grade point averages of 3.7 to 3.85 are designated magna cum laude. Graduates with this honor, please stand or wave your hand. Please stand or wave your hand to be recognized. Thank you. Graduates with grade point averages above 3.85 are designated summa cum laude. Graduates with this honor, please stand or wave your hand to be recognized. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll see that all the honors graduates are wearing gold honor cords. Congratulations to all of you. Cal Poly also recognizes outstanding seniors from each college for academic excellence, contributions to their college, service to the university, and service to the community. These individuals are listed in the commencement program on page 11, and I invite you to take a look at that at some time. It's time now to look at the Academic Excellence Awards from each college. Would the following academic excellence awardees please stand and come forward to be recognized? First, we have Amy McBurney, Academic Excellence Awardee from the College of Agriculture, Food, and Environmental Sciences. Amy is a dairy science major. And Shannon Capper from the College of Science and Mathematics, Biological Sciences major. Shannon. Before you sit down, let me tell you, the Academic Excellence Award is determined in each college by consultation with the faculty and is based on achieving an outstanding grade point average and participating in significant academic, curricular, and co-curricular events and projects and activities. They will, both of you and all of the other awardees will receive special recognition in the post-commencement ceremony, and Ann, I hope you got it in the pre-commencement ceremony. So congratulations to both of you. Thank you. Now, before we actually start conferring degrees, let me just say a couple of words so we can put in perspective what you have achieved. Did you know that only 6% of adults in the world have a college degree? Only 6%. In the United States, only 1 out of 3 adults have a college degree. Those of you earning master's degrees today, you rank in the top 10% of educational attainment in the United States. And you know what? You are not graduating from just any university. You are graduating from... Absolutely! Okay, I'm going to return to the script now. The college deans and I will now begin the presentation of candidates. President Jeffrey Armstrong will confer the degrees. President Armstrong, I'm pleased to present Brian Tije, Vice Provost of International Graduate and Extended Education, who will present the master's degree candidates.
Congratulations to all of the students earning a master's degree today. Phil, actually only 7% of the U.S. population and 3% of the world population have a graduate degree. This is a great honor to you and a great responsibility and opportunity for you. Of course, you didn't do it on your own. Your faculty helped you. And so now I would like to introduce the faculty representing the master's degree programs. Please stand and remain standing. Master's degree candidates, please stand and remain standing. President Armstrong, on behalf of the faculty involved with our graduate programs, I am honored to present these master's degree candidates.
Master's candidates, on the recommendation of the faculty of California Polytechnic State University, and by the authority vested in me by the trustees of the California State University, I now confer upon each of you the master's degree appropriate to your program with all the attendant rights, responsibilities, and distinctions. Congratulations.
Graduates and faculty, you may be seated.
It's my privilege now, President Armstrong, to present Dr. Andrew Thulin, Dean of the College of Agriculture, Food, and Environmental Sciences.
Thank you, Phil. Welcome, parents, family members, relatives, and friends of a graduating class of 2015. The College of Agriculture, Food and Environmental Sciences is the fourth largest college of agriculture in the U.S. with nearly 4,000 students and produces nearly half of all graduating agricultural students entering the industry each year. We have a long-standing and special relationship with our colleagues in the College of Science and Mathematics, since all of our students take support classes in that college. On behalf of our students, our faculty and staff, I express my sincere appreciation to all the faculty and staff in the College of Science and Math, and thank you for all your help with our students. Faculty from the College of Agriculture, Food and Environmental Sciences, please stand and be recognized. Bachelor's degrees candidates from the College of Agriculture, Food and Environmental Sciences, please stand and remain standing. President Armstrong, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Agriculture, Food and Environmental Sciences, I am honored to present these candidates for graduation.
Bachelor's degree candidates, on the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Agriculture, Food and Environmental Sciences, and by the authority vested in me by the trustees of the California State University, I now confer upon each of you the bachelor's degree appropriate to your program with all attendant rights, responsibilities, and distinctions. Congratulations.
Congratulations, graduates. Graduates and faculty of the College of Agriculture, Food and Environmental Sciences, please be seated.
So, President Armstrong, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Phil Bailey, and I'm Dean of the College of Science and Mathematics, and proud to be so. Could I ask my faculty colleagues from the College of Science and Mathematics to please stand and remain standing? And now, all of you, get ready. It's your time. Bachelor's degree candidates from the College of Science and Mathematics, please stand and be recognized. President Armstrong, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Science and Mathematics, I'm honored to present these candidates for graduation.
Bachelor's degree candidates, on the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Science and Mathematics, and by the authority vested in me by the trustees of the California State University, I now confer upon each of you the bachelor's degree appropriate to your program with all attendant rights, responsibilities, and distinctions. Congratulations.
Congratulations. We'll see you after this commencement where we can honor you individually.
Congratulations, everyone. All of us are very proud of you, but many of the proud supporters in the audience today have a familiar and exceptional sense of pride at this moment. Today marks an extraordinary day for the family of Cal Poly graduates who have chosen to continue their family's Mustang legacy. Many of you in the audience are Cal Poly proud alumni, and you may remember with vivid clarity the sense of pride and excitement you felt when you graduated from Cal Poly. At this time, I would like to welcome anyone in the audience, the proud families, supporters, friends, parents who are Cal Poly San Luis Obispo proud alumni. Please stand and be recognized. Welcome home. Welcome home. And remember, you are always part of the Mustang family. And now to welcome our newest members of the Alumni Association into the next phase of their relationship with Cal Poly, it's my pleasure to introduce Kirsty McPherson Boyette, President of the Cal Poly Alumni Association. Kirsty.
Thank you, Dr. Humphrey. Distinguished faculty, staff, family, friends, and especially the Cal Poly class of 2015. On behalf of the Cal Poly Alumni Association, it is my honor to congratulate you and welcome you to the 175,000 member-strong community of proud Cal Poly alumni. As I stand before you today, a fellow alumna, I feel your Cal Poly proud. I can see it in your faces and of those in your family and friends that are here to support you today. Today is the day to feel Cal Poly proud. Cal Poly proud is a result of learn by doing. It is what sets us apart from our peers. It fuels our futures. It opens doors. It inspires us to make great things possible. And it lives outside these walls. It lives on beyond this campus and throughout the world. The Cal Poly Alumni Association will keep you connected to this university and the feeling of pride. And it's my pleasure to welcome you. Membership is free to all alumni, so I urge you to find a chapter near you and connect with your fellow Mustangs. Thank you and congratulations. Now I would like to ask your ASI President, Joyce Sullivan, to return to the podium. Graduates, as President of the Cal Poly Alumni Association, it is my distinct pleasure to lead you in a special part of today's celebration and present each of you with a Cal Poly Proud pin as a gift from your fellow alumni. Please remove the Cal Poly Proud pins from your bags and please stand. As I now turn to pin Joy, I invite you to assist in pinning your fellow graduates seated beside you. As you pin your neighbor, and as you embark on your next journey, remember that Cal Poly will always be your home.
All right, graduates, we're almost to the end, but we have a few more words and a few more things that we must do. Please be seated. Congratulations again, graduates. You did it. You made it. Congratulations. It's time to get excited. Do you remember your first days on campus? Seeing your dorm for the first time? Walking around campus with your other wowies? Do you remember the time you met the person that became your best friend? You may have said, did we just become best friends? Do you remember that? When you arrived on this beautiful campus for that first day, did you imagine today? Did you imagine today? Here you are, here we are. And I want you to know that the class of 2015 is special for me because we made this journey together. And I also include my wife, Sharon, in that we. If you were a freshman in 2011, then we started at Cal Poly at the same time. As Keith said, from wow to now. Speaking of making this journey together, we must recognize the faculty and staff who make up Cal Poly. They have worked hard to teach you, to protect you, to feed you, to support you, and inspire you. They have dedicated their professional lives to your success. Will our faculty and staff in attendance please stand if you can or wave? Please join me in thanking them for their commitment to your success. Thank you, faculty and staff. Thank you. You may be seated. Graduates, we also need to recognize your strongest supporters, the people who have given their boundless love, encouragement, and yes, financial support as you move out into the world, and they emphasize move out into the world. Your graduation today is their achievement as well. Will all of the parents, grandparents, siblings, spouses, partners, and other family supporters please stand if you can or wave. Again, we say thank you and we applaud you. Thank you. Thank you. You may be seated. Graduates, in a functional way, today is an end. You went to class, you passed the exams, you earned the credits you need, and now you'll load up your suitcases and cars and fly or drive away from Cal Poly. But we all know that today is just the beginning. What adventures and what successes await you in your life. We have high expectations for you, which I admit can induce a bit of anxiety. But you know what? You're ready. You are prepared for what life will bring. Things won't always go your way, and life surely won't always be fair. You will undoubtedly make some mistakes. That's not failure. It's called experience. It's called learn by doing. It's called learn from failing, as Joy put it. As a Mustang, you know how to learn from experience. You are day one ready for this world. You are ready. And you're not alone. You now have a permanent bond with Cal Poly, which means you have a permanent bond with every Mustang who has come before you and who will come after you. From this day forward, you are forever part of the Mustang family. You are Mustangs forever. As our alumni know, being a Cal Poly alum is a very real and tangible benefit to you for the rest of your life. Our alumni have forged a reputation of excellence and success because of the manner in which they have made their way in the world. You have inherited that reputation, and it will serve you well. I am confident that you are prepared to follow in their footsteps. Through your accomplishments and good works, you will further enhance Cal Poly's reputation, and you will make us all Cal Poly proud. Your degree comes with responsibilities. We are counting on you to share your experiences as a mentor to future Cal Poly students. Help them find internships. Urge your company to tap into Cal Poly's expertise and be an advocate for Cal Poly among your friends and employers. As Dr. Laver said, we are counting on you to give back when success comes. Be generous in investing your time, talent, and resources to improve this world, to make people's lives better, and to support the institutions that have made a difference in your life. That also means Cal Poly. And by the way, we want you and all the parents and supporters to come home and see us often. The people of California and the family and friends here with you today have invested greatly in you. We are counting on you to become the engaged citizens that our nation and community need to sustain our democracy. We are counting on you to think creatively, to solve tough problems, to invent new things, to lead our nation's progress. We are counting on you to care about something larger than yourselves. We're asking a lot. We are asking a lot. I know we are. Graduates, we ask so much of you for the simple reason that we know you can do it. You are ready. You are Mustang ready. Now, graduates, as we near the end, there's one more important thing that you need to do. Will all graduates please stand? Class of 2015, please move the tassel on your cap from the right to the left. This signifies that you are graduates and members of the Cal Poly family. Family members, friends, faculty, and staff, on behalf of Cal Poly State University, I present to you the class of 2015. Congratulations!
Congratulations again, class of 2015. We are almost finished. We will begin the recessional after the singing of the Cal Poly alma mater. I ask that all graduates and guests remain seated until the President's Party has exited the stadium. Oh wait, but stand back up for the alma mater. Graduates from the College of Science and Mathematics, please remain in your seats for your college ceremony held right here in Spanos Stadium immediately following. Once again, on behalf of everyone at Cal Poly, we are extremely proud of you today, and we wish you every success in the future. Please locate Cal Poly's alma mater on page 6 of your program, and please rise for the singing of All Hail Green and Gold.